subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell.
Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Brandy, and I've been on a health and fitness journey for quite some time. And this year, I am really trying to lose some weight on WW, which is Weight Watchers. So today for breakfast, I'm keeping it really simple. I've had some Kid Fresh waffles in my freezer for quite some time, and I only have 2 of them, and I want to use those up, and they're only 4 points. And I'm going to use some sugar-free syrup, so it'll be 4 points total for my breakfast. And I have to make coffee, and I think my coffee today will be 0. But let's get started.
I got this recording bird feeder for Christmas, and yesterday was the first day we put it up. And I noticed that it needs to be angled down just a little more because I'm missing some of the smaller birds. So, but I had 113 recordings yesterday from it. So it was a busy first day. I had like 3 different type of birds, I think. So I don't know. Nothing too exotic yet, but hopefully one day. I don't have the box these came in because I threw them away quite some time ago, but they're just 2 blueberry Kid Fresh waffles. I can put the picture up on the screen so you know what they look like. They're made from veggies, I think, is why they're like lower point. Almond milk, unsweetened. I've said it a bunch of times. I prefer the vanilla for my coffee, but they accidentally didn't give me the vanilla in my grocery order. Starbucks dark roast. Trying out new things too, but I haven't found any I like better than the Starbucks dark roast. And then Coffee Mate, 0 sugar coconut. This one's one of my favorites because it's just not like a super overpowering flavor, which I'm on the measuring kick. I'm trying my best. I believe 1 tablespoon is 0 points. Let me check that just in case. Come on. I can't. My barcode reader is sometimes flipped. Yeah, 0 points. So that's good. And I'm one of the people that I track everything, even if it is 0 points, because it's just easier for me to get in the habit of that. So that way I'm not like skipping anything. And for the almond milk, I call it 1/3 of a cup, which is also 0 points. So 0 point coffee. But yeah, I track even my 0 point foods. I know a lot of people don't do that, and that's one thing they love about Weight Watchers. But I always have. It helps me just like get in that habit. But now that they show you, sorry, I need to hold my camera up. Now that they show you some macro information, I specifically also want to do it so it includes the right information there, because I have been like looking at that. So I'm trying to decide what we're going to have for dinner tonight. I have 2 options. I have the option of mahi-mahi bowls or hamburger steak, but I think I'm going to go with the hamburger steak, which is a Weight Watchers recipe. I found it in their app. So my thought process to eating the hamburger steak tonight is the mahi-mahi. I know I have enough of the meat. I'm not sure how much of the vegetables I'll have left over, and I was originally planning to have that as leftovers. So if I cook it today, Tuesday, I may or may not have leftovers for Wednesday, which is a lift day. So my thought, if I cook the hamburger steak, I know I have leftovers, so therefore Wednesday will be covered. But then Thursday, I'll have to make the other one, which is the mahi-mahi, and then I may not have leftovers for Friday. So, I mean, and that's a lift day too. So it really doesn't matter, but it kind of matters, and I'm filming, so I'm trying to think, which one's better? Okay, I think I'm going to do the hamburger steak. Because another reason is because last night we ate bowls. I made leftover meals out of some leftover, what did we have? We had buffalo chicken, roasted potatoes, and green beans on a sheet pan on Sunday. And then last night I made it into this decadent bowl. But I've been storing my hamburger meat like this. I say I've been. I hardly ever have my hamburger meat. This is like new. And this is 96% lean. No, 93% lean. I love that Weight Watchers is counting that 0 points. And then I also need to grab the mashed potatoes from the freezer. Yes, pre-made mashed potatoes a while back, and they are in my freezer. So kind of like how I stored that hamburger meat, I stored my mashed potatoes the exact same way. The massive amount of prepared mashed potatoes was prompted by a potato sale at the store, and I had to make some for like a holiday, I think Christmas. So I just made like a ton, and I read you could freeze them, so that's what I did. Egos are done. And I forgot I don't have my regular dressing that I like. That is less points than this one. I bought this one not realizing how many points it would be. So I need to definitely measure this one to make sure I don't do anything crazy, because it's quite a few points. So 2 points for that amount of dressing. I need to get my regular one back. I bought this just on a grocery order because I was I bought this because I was completely out of syrup on the grocery order, and it's just not comparable to what I usually have. I didn't realize how late it was. I actually need to already be going to work. So I'm going to scarf this down and head out the door. 6 points, because I used 2 points of serving, 0 points. So 6 point breakfast. I wish it was less points, because that's not like that much food for 6 points. I think the waffles are only like 180 calories and not much protein or whatnot, but it is what it is today. Okay. I didn't plan breakfast very well. Here is my simple lunch. If you've been here for a minute, you know that this is my favorite salad. It's 5 points per serving. Actually, I think my favorite's I can't remember if it's the one from H-E-B or this one. They're very similar. But it's 5 points per serving, and it says that there are 4 servings, so I had to count 10 points. Used to, when I'd eat this salad, I would only count it 7 points, because I felt like for 320 calories of having a healthy salad, like 10 points is insane. But I'm trying to do the right thing now by all my points. So I'm counting 10 points for half of this. And then I'm going to bulk it up with some extra vegetables. I just have some cucumbers and some red bell pepper. Going to have a Dr. Pepper Zero. And then for the protein of the salad, I'm going to eat some light chunk tuna. This is 80 calories and 18 grams of protein for 0 points. And then I have some leftover fruit that's been in the refrigerator from last week. Oh, it still looks good. So I'm going to also nibble on this. But let me get my salad made and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is the package it comes with. It just has little like wontons and then some almonds. My friend made a good point that they used to separate these out, and she's allergic to nuts, and now she can't eat it because of that. And then the dressing, which is a sesame ginger dressing. I'm sure all the points are coming mainly from this, but I'm gonna add half of that and half of the dressing. I'm gonna add a good portion of my vegetables. Yes, they're not cut the proper size, but that's okay. I'll cut them while I eat them. These just got brought for like snacking, and I'm just bulking it up. Now here goes the points. Oh goodness, I added probably more than half. Some tomorrow's will be dry, but that's okay. I actually also have lunch for tomorrow already in here. I made 2 baked potatoes this weekend, and I'm gonna eat them with chicken and barbecue sauce. I didn't have that today. Yeah, I decided not to have that today because the potato, even though it's 0 points, not with all the toppings, but the potato itself, even though it's 0 points, I don't want to eat all those carbs and all that calorie dense food, if you will, on a day I'm not lifting, and I don't lift today. So I'm going to save that for tomorrow. In my head, that just makes more sense. And I just add the tuna directly to it. I will salt and pepper it, but it used to bother me, but once you start doing it, you kind of get used to it. It's just a way to add protein if I don't have extra grilled chicken. Which, yes, I had chicken in my refrigerator, but like I said, I'm saving it. So this is 10-point lunch. Not very fair, is it? Since I only have 7 points remaining for the day and I am hungry, I've eaten a snack of bell peppers and cucumbers. I probably won't eat this whole thing, just, a little bit of it. So I am home, folks. Sorry, this will probably be one of the shorter what I eat in a day videos. Today was really, really busy at work, and I don't have a lot going on this evening. It's already 6:40 and I'm just starting dinner. I do have to get on the treadmill because I'm not near my goal of 8,000 steps. But yeah, so I'm getting ready to cook dinner and I'm having, hopefully it'll focus, this Weight Watchers Salisbury steak meal. I also call it, when I cook beef like this, I always call it like hamburger steak. I don't know why. I just grew up doing that. But basically I have a couple pounds of hamburger meat. No, it's like 1.4 pounds, I think. I took a big package and divided it by 2 the other day. So I'll weigh it, but this is I'm gonna make enough for 4 servings. So I'm gonna make 4 equal patties. And I'm just going to season them really well with seasoning. It says breadcrumbs, Worcestershire. I'll do it like the recipe. I already have mashed potatoes made. I will have to count a little bit of points for them because I think they have butter in them if I remember correctly and like dairy and stuff like that. And then I'm going to saute up some zucchini. So really, really simple low point dinner. The Salisbury steak recipe is actually 0 points, but again, I'm eating that, mashed potatoes, and zucchini. But I'll definitely stay within my points. So let's get going. First things first, I want to get the beef cooking because that'll take the longest since my mashed potatoes are already done. So the recipe calls for 1 pound of beef, but like I said, I'm using more than that. The recipe also says to divide that 1 pound over 6 servings. That's not happening. That is way too little to me. So I'm just trying to figure out how much I have. So I have 1.3 pounds. So what I'm gonna do there is, wish I wouldn't have put both gloves on yet. I'm gonna have to waste a glove. But I'm gonna go ahead and add the Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. And since I have a little more meat, I'm just gonna add like a splash extra. It's not gonna be any points. And then it says to add 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. I have seasoned breadcrumbs here. That's what I'm gonna add. Now, I'm not gonna add extra breadcrumbs because I don't like a ton of breadcrumbs in my, like when I make meatballs and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. And then salt and pepper, which I'm gonna do the combo Kinders, just salt and pepper garlic blend. And I'm gonna do a lot, I'll tell you. And 2 eggs. Man, I kind of feel like I should have gotten a bigger bowl. It's things like this where I really, really love wearing gloves. It doesn't like bother me to touch it. I just like my hands staying clean. Okay, so this whole thing weighs, oh, I shouldn't have done that. It was like 700 grams. So, and I don't know if I said, but this is 93.7 ground beef. Really want to get mixed all in. So now I want to divide this. I got it all well mixed. I guess it's mixed. I feel like I could use some more breadcrumbs, but I'm not going to just because I don't want to. But what I do need is some type of plate, and my hands are freaking dirty. I'm gonna have to get another glove. Ugh. I should have had my pan out. People, why aren't you helping me? Oh well, just a glove. I'm gonna take away 75 grams. And these are gonna be pretty big. They're actually really wet. I don't know why they're so wet. Yes, I could add more breadcrumbs, but again, I don't really like that texture, but to me, hamburger meat's not usually this wet, so I'm kind of confused. Oh well, trust the process, right? So this is 175, just kind of making it into a patty, and then I'm gonna go directly into my pan. So I'm gonna do that 3 more times. We don't eat ground beef a lot, so this is gonna be kind of like a treat for us. I'm gonna let all 4 of these patties get to cooking. My meat behind me is cooking, so I'm gonna get my onions ready. My mushrooms are already cut up. And I think I'm just gonna do this one. It's like how much of an onion? 3/4 of a large onion. I don't think I'm gonna do another one because if I cut another one, I feel like I have to use like the whole thing. And I'm gonna add these to the pan once I flip the meat. But I'm also gonna serve some zucchini. Let me wash these up. Not this video, but my last couple What I Eat in videos, I've done like artsy little views, like add in more, I don't know, just scenes, if you will, to show progression of time or task. I don't know. I read that it was recommended to keep viewers' interest. So you'll have to let me know. Do you like that sort of thing? Or like this one's not going to have any of that? Which do you prefer? I'm just curious. I tend to like a mixture of both, actually. To me, there's a fine line. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch like the what I eat in a day before this one. Or even 2 back. My last what I eat in a day was quite long because it was also like a Sunday vlog. But it has a little bit of the scenes in it too, if you will. So I'm just chunking these into about pretty good chunks, probably like 1/2 inch. We like them not to get too soft when we saute them, so I'm gonna try to, well, I am keeping them fairly large. And I'm just gonna take a couple of these cherry tomatoes and cut them in half, and I add them and saute it with. Last time it made like this great creamy addition, so that's what we're gonna do. Make sure we use all these up this week. I'm gonna save some of them because we have another recipe using them. Okay, that'll be enough. I'll save these for a later date. I'm gonna go ahead and give my hamburgers a flip. Oh, that was all falling apart. Maybe I should have added the breadcrumbs for a binding agent. Okay. I'm learning a lesson here. I typically do not add eggs when I make stuff like this, ever. Ever. Even when I make meatballs, I don't even add breadcrumbs. I just like the meat. And I think since I added those eggs without enough breadcrumbs, it's falling apart. I think that's what happened. So I'm just gonna have to be gentle. It'll eat fine. I'll just make sure it gets cooked through, you know. It'll be fine, but that is definitely what I did wrong. So, lesson learned. Follow the recipe. But if you know me and you've been here a hot minute, you know I don't like to wait for the meat to stop cooking. So, I'm impatient. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the onions. I actually think it'll give great flavor to the meat. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those. I'm not gonna add all the mushrooms yet just because it would way overcrowd the pan. But I'm gonna give these a head start. They take longer to me to saute than mushrooms anyhow. The other vegetables I'm gonna do in a separate pan. I'm actually gonna cover it. I'm just cheating. I'm just speeding up the cooking process because I'm hungry and tired. Add another pan for the vegetables. I'm gonna let the zucchini get a head start. I will add the tomatoes closer to the end of the cooking. Just gonna season these up with salt and pepper. I usually don't season my vegetables up too much. I really like the flavor of vegetables, so just leave them as is. So I only covered it about 5 minutes, and it really, really helped with the cooking process. I'm just gonna flip them again, trying to be really, really careful to stay together. Certain ones are worse than others, that's okay. Just kind of moving my onions out of the way. That one is definitely gonna be, we're eating 2 tonight and 2 tomorrow. I'm gonna eat the ones falling apart tonight. Okay, turn this up a little. Like I said, I'm impatient. I'm gonna go ahead and add my mushrooms. I have a ton of mushrooms. I'm just gonna eyeball how many I wanna add. Oh, quite a bit though, you know. Salt and pepper the vegetables, which I have not done yet. I'm gonna cheat again for another like 3 minutes. I may even cheat here too. Time to look. Yes, yes. Those are looking just like I like them. Let me show you a close-up. Exactly how I like them, just a little bit of char and not too soft. It's the perfect time to add the tomatoes, and those will only go for like another like 3 minutes. I am going to turn down the heat on that. And I bet my meat's done too, and then I can focus on just the mushrooms and onions. Yay! 2 of them stayed together. That's a win. The caramelization here is fantastic. Kind of smushing the tomatoes back here on this one just to release some of that juices to do the sauce. That's how we did it the other night, and oh, it's fabulous. You could add some garlic too. This actually called for garlic, but I decided I didn't want any. Okay, I'm happy with where those are, so I'm actually going to go ahead and turn them off and go back over here. I'm pretty happy where this is too. But friends, I think I'm going to cheat. I am a cheater pumpkin eater at this point, which I don't get what that means. But anyhow, right now the recipe wants you to add a little flour, a little Dijon mustard, and chicken broth and make like your own gravy, which I can do. I actually make gravy like that fairly often. But I have this and it's only 1 point per serving. So this is going to be it tonight. It's just 1 cup of water. You dissolve this in 1 cup of water and pour it in. And actually, you don't really, I could dump it in there and add 1 cup of water, but I'm going to do it separate just so it doesn't clump on. Whisk it into the water and then I'm going to pull it in and I'll bring it to, ooh, I'm going to do it over the stuff because I'm spilling. You bring it to a simmer and then it'll thicken up. Alternatively, you would add the flour, the mustard, and the stock, or you'd add the flour first, let it cook a little to cook out the raw flour taste, and then you would add the broth and the mustard. That is the same sauce I make when I do shepherd's pie, which I have a video of making that, so I can do it. Just prefer not to do it. That's not even true. I don't even not prefer to do it. I'm just full of lies tonight. So there it is. I'm gonna bring it. It's already kind of simmering. You do want to scrape the bottom of the pan. It gets up all that good flavor. That's where all the cooking flavor is. I just knew this would make a much richer sauce and give me more of a gravy, which is what we want tonight. That's why I chose to use the packet versus making my own. If I would have made this much of my own, I would have been charged probably more points for adding more stuff. So honestly, this is already looking really, really good and rich. My husband's gonna be so excited. The only thing left to do is microwave my potatoes I made. So I'm just gonna put them, open up the bag, pour them in a microwave safe bowl. This is 2 servings of mashed potatoes. So I'm gonna microwave them just like this and call it a night. And dinner, as of this point, only took me under 30 minutes. That's pretty dang good. Okay, it ended up being like 40 minutes, start to plate, which is not bad, but okay. This is where Weight Watchers is scaring me right now. All this food, how many points? How many points do we think? All this food is 3 points. 1 point for the dressing mix I used. And if I wouldn't have used that, it'd have been a 2-point plate. And then the mashed potatoes is 2 points for half a cup prepared with whole milk and butter. And then 0 points for the zucchini and 0 points for the hamburger steak. Please tell me why this meal is 3 points, but my salad today at lunch is 10. That's what I'm not understanding, Weight Watchers.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. It's like, am I being punished? No, I'm just joking. So I need to realize when I complain about some of the points with Weight Watchers, I need to realize they come through on some meals. But I honestly think if I try to take advantage of meals like this, I'll be eating too heavy. I can't even imagine how many calories that is. I don't know. I feel like it should be pretty high. It is Happy Meal time. Tons of stickers. They're oops grab bags, so I don't know what I got. I just know like the type of sticker, like washi, regular. Kits, exciting. Once again, it is 8:30 at night and I am nowhere close to 8,000 steps. So treadmill time it is. I'm gonna go for minimum 20, probably maximum 30 minutes. I don't know if I'll get to 8,000. That's my goal. Right now I'm at, what am I at? I'm at 5,000 right now. So 3,000 steps. I can probably do that in 20, 30 minutes. Let's go. I need to go, not you. You stay and watch. Okay, that was stupid. I am
so proud. I did way more than I needed to do. I did 1.8 miles in 32 minutes or so, and at one point I was walking at like 15-minute mile. Really, really good, so I feel great. But I am going to end the video here. I'm just gonna go get ready for bed, shower, and all that jazz. I was like, why does it say 30 points? I was on the 15th, which that video is coming. Okay, so today is Tuesday the 21st. Just a little recap. Let me hit screen record. I like doing that nowadays. Did it do? Yep, now we go. So today's the 21st, and for breakfast I had 6 points. It was the syrup and the waffles that counted the points. And then for lunch, it was 10 points for that salad, tuna, and just some fresh vegetables. And then for dinner, it was only 3 points, and it was 10 out of 10. We both really, really loved it. I'm excited to have that for leftovers tomorrow. And it was just the mashed potatoes and the gravy mix. And I haven't had any snacks. Oh, that's not true. I had a cucumber and bell pepper for snacks. That's true. I forgot to put that. But it won't be any points. Okay. And I didn't need a cup for a snack. I'd say I about had a half a cup each. Probably 3/4 a cup of cucumber. Okay, so my daily total is 19, so I have 4 points. Those will carry over. My weeklies are doing good. Let's look at my activity. Oh, my garment, I need to go update. That needs to update. Okay. So I got 761 over the 8,000. But if you go back, it gave me 6 weeklies. Typically in a day, that's what I get, is like 4 to 5 weeklies. Matter of fact, let's see. How many did I get yesterday? Yesterday was a lift day. Yesterday I got 8 weeklies. So I'm getting a lot, like a lot. So that's good for me. Okay, friends, that's it. Good night. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want me to film anything in particular, if you're looking for like lunch ideas, dinner ideas, that sort of thing. Typically my breakfast and my lunch are super simple. That's just because I work outside the house and I'm busy. But, you know, I can get creative if need be. Okay, bye.